And welcome to this episode of The Collector's Corner, brought to you by the Washington Arms Collectors. This is a special episode because it's kind of an in-between episode. It's between chapters 2 and 3 of Tiger, Tiger, a Sniper in Baker Street. And it's also a safari episode. We're going on location to exotic Puyallup, Washington, for the annual big 2-day collector's show of the Washington Arms Collectors. I'm going to be taking a look at my exhibit of Webley revolvers, of course, arranged roughly chronologically, with the centerpiece being a 1/72nd scale model of the original Webley revolver works, which includes light and sound effects.
Yes, come on over. Take a look. This is the P. Webley factory in Birmingham. We've done fine work
Every
here.
show needs showmanship. And now for you safari lovers, we're going to be going to the October display show. And we'll have my spontaneous combustion educational effort where I unscripted try to explain the Webley revolver works in 6 Beatles albums. I'll be fact-checking myself as I go along. You Beatles scholars, please fact-check me. And the individual participating in this educational endeavor is a charming person who is a lover of John Wayne, in an intellectual sense, and is the owner of a Colt Dragoon. So, listen up. Now, to understand the development of Webley Factory, think Beatles albums. Beatles albums. This would be Meet the Beatles. This is when Webley wasn't really coming up with designs. It was sort of copying ideas. It was stealing ideas and sometimes even having, as the case with this pinfire revolver, having people make the revolver parts and they would put it together and finish it. So that's Meet the Beatles. The Beatles aren't really writing much of their own music. Okay, this would be Rubber Soul album. They're starting to get their own feel, and they're coming up with their own designs. If we take a look at this, this is a Webley 1.5. There are only 5 of these known in the world surviving. This is one of them. And it's got a lot of kind of archaic designs. I want to show you something here which is really kind of neat. Thank you. This is the ejection rod. Isn't that a kick? It screws into the bottom. That's how you put the cartridges out. Anyway. This whole era, 1868, 1875, would have been, like I said, that would have been a Rubber Soul. Beatles are starting to write their own music. Webley is starting to make their own designs. And finally we get into the Revolver album, and then the Beatles wrote everything, all the music. And these are unique designs that Webley did. This is their solid frame design. This is a Royal Irish Constabulary revolver. And there was a tremendous military contract of 1,000 revolvers they got. If you want to, let me show you, because we're very safe here. Safe, clear. Here. Isn't that
Beautiful.
Lovely? Isn't that lovely?
Very lovely.
This was made probably about 1884. Okay. There we go. Oops, see? And let's just get that down there. And then we have over here, things moved on, and this would be Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is the album everybody talked about. Oh, so innovative, because they started doing the break-top revolvers. Let me show you. This is called a Webley Price. It was also a break-top revolver, protection like that. But this was revolutionary. Now, on horseback, you can reload. Bing, you're ready to go. Lovely gun. And from that point on, they abandoned this style of revolver, the solid frame, and they went sheerly with the break tops. And so we go from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band to Magical Mystery Tour. Finally, we wind up with Let It Be. I think that's their last album. And they're kind of repeating themselves at that point. And then in the middle, we have 2 capstone projects. We have first the Webley Long Spur revolver. That's a carbine, by the way. This was made in 1854, 55, and they needed long arms, and so they made a detachable stock. And this is their last revolver innovation, the Webley Fosbery. It is a semi-automatic pistol. Every time you shoot, the whole back end of a cylinder comes back. It has it loads. It's ready to shoot. Remarkable. But that was it. After that, there was no more innovations for the Revolvers. So there you have, kind of in a Beatles theme, an attempt to explain the history of the Webley family.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for your
much.
time. Yes, appreciate it. Right on, John Wayne. And that concludes this episode. Please stay ready for the conclusion of Tiger, Tiger, a Sniper in Baker Street. And until then, keep your powder dry, your money ready, and both eyeballs skun for those fantastic bargains you might find on the tables of the Washington Arms Collectors or our sister organization, the Oregon Arms Collectors. And here are some more show dates where I would love to see you, so come on by. I just might have a James Bond William Tranter display. All right? There we go. All done.
Can we clap?
What's it?
Can we clap?
No, don't.